Yes, Church. Now you get to be in the show too. He was crying. So now we're calling this Moon Unit Alpha because we are high enough that Church can't be alone. Which he shouldn't even be high. We have the attic fan on, but I think he just gets itchy. He's got fleas still. I put Frontline on him. Poor little bugger. Feel bad for him. So itchy. That's what he wants. Like, look at him. He's a little hoe. He's not high. He's like, please scratch my head. Sorry, Church. I thought I could get him a better view. He's really a beautiful cat. Oh, that's where he wants it. I need to put more Frontline on you. I need to ask Raw Feeding about this shit. I bet he knows. Wonder if he'll talk to me. Oh, God, cat. You're like dander all foofed up. I need to get you like some flea soap. Thank you, cat. He likes the shelf, I guess. I was going to start this show. Is that good now? Oh, you want your spot. I see. No. Stay out of there. I'm sitting in a chair with arms, and I have like some guns around me and stuff, and hey, doofus. Just a second. Okay. Now doofus is taken care of. I was going to start this show with my Flex Raider magazines like this. It's the Moon Unit Alpha thing. We came to this planet looking for intelligent life. Oops. That's like the full show. Like, you guys are usually missing out on like half, right? And like, it's weird because I'm watching me talk and like my voice isn't matching what I'm doing. This is why we can't have the camera on. And like, you guys are going, this is exactly why we should have the camera on, probably. I don't have to explain the pauses anymore. I have decided what to do with my flat top rifle. I've been toying with the idea of getting a different upper for it, and I still kind of am. Like, if I knew I could sell that upper and get any Palmetto State upper, because like I could take the vert grip and rail off, and I could take the light and rail off, take the red dot off, sell that upper with the iron sights, and get a classic upper phosphate from Palmetto State. One of these. Get it with the Magpul handguard and the Magpul rear sight though. I just pop that red dot on it and like not even worry about getting the Magpul Pro rear sight because that's like It has a front sight post and a red dot and a plastic backup sight. Like, I think we're good. Like, my other rifle does have a metal one, but that would really save some money because those are only like $300 or $350, and I think I could get that out of that Bear Creek with the iron sights. If you'd want a Bear Creek upper with a cool set of Chris iron sights on it, hit me up. I don't know if we're allowed to do that or not. We're probably not allowed to do that. I don't really care. I probably should care. It's not a gun. Never mind. We don't sell guns here. We really don't. That's the funny part. Like, I need to sell that part and get the PSA upper. But what I've thought of in the meantime is I don't think I'm going to ever do that. So I'm just going to like do what I've been doing with other shit in my life lately, making lemonade out of lemons. I'm going to cut the dust cover off that thing because Bear Creek sucks. Their dust cover was a piece of shit that was like Chinese. It's Chinese. And the spring didn't work. And like, I don't know what tool they used to put the barrel nut on and shit, but I don't care. I'm going to cut the fucker off and get the Magpul dust cover, put it in there. Or I'm going to sell it as is. Either way, the dust cover's not that big a deal. It's easy to fix. It's just one of those like, fuck you. You didn't check the goddamn dust cover? It's like, it's the stupid shit that makes it out that pisses me off. Because like, if it's totally fucked, like I got the 1 in a million, the barrel isn't drilled through, well, that would be bad if you didn't notice that, first off. But second off, I could see that. I can't see, oh, we didn't check the $1 part on the $10 part on the $500 thing or whatever. Like, no. Doesn't make any sense. And if you do want me to fix that, I could do that before I sell parts. Fuck it. I've already said it. So, like, I'm not stopping this video and I'm not going to not post this. So I don't think anyone gives a fuck. Per their guidelines, I don't think it's anything but a part. How do you know what the fucking rules are, you know? But what I'm wanting to do, if I keep it all, is after we do the dust cover, see what other little gizmos it needs. Like, it needs an IR laser, but that's big money, so that might wait. And then I'm going to do the whole thing in gray camo. And I'm going to do a Mandalorian skull on the left side of the gun and a rack number on the right side of the gun, just like I did before on my Moon Nazi fighting rifle. If you guys remember that or not. I've done 3 or 4 rifles in gray, counting this one. The other 2 that I remember for sure I did, my buddy Blazer has. It's a little ultra compact stock from LWRC on a metal receiver, carbon fiber tube, super lightweight, super small. That gun was dope. I sold that to Blazer because I really loved that gun and I wanted to keep playing, but I didn't want anyone else to have that gun. And when I sell Blazer crap, I kind of figure like it's like, I know he's never going to sell it. And if he does sell it to anyone, he'll probably sell it to me. And if he did sell it, it's his to do with what he wants. But like, it's a nice, you know, he gets to enjoy shit that he wouldn't make otherwise. Because like, that gun is a 1 of 1 that I built to be, at the time, what I thought was the best. And at that time, I was just doing that. That's one of a series of rifles that ended up in this rifle, which is Loki. You can see all of them on Instagram pretty much. I started out with a LWRC IC carbine. That's where that started out, was let's see what the best money can buy can get us. And that gun was interesting. I ended up trading that gun for night vision. It's a whole, I wish I had that gun. Not that story to tell. Anyway, but that gun got sold because I was already doing the next gun, which was building my own perfect thing after playing with that thing. That's kind of me, is like, I am an artist and I'm focused on the sword and like building the perfect one and whatever. And I know this might not look perfect to you, but this one is one gun for the apocalypse on a budget. I put it to you that this gun does a lot of things and it's pretty lightweight. I have my paint job because I like it. And as far as one gun for the apocalypse, the iron sights are very good for close quarters and whatever. The 2 power on here is pretty damn good for close quarters. The 7 power gives you some ranging ability. Like, this is less than an SPR, but I don't know, it's like a recce probably, according to most people. I hate those fucking terms. I already did videos on that. To me, that is like a deer rifle. Okay? I wanted a deer rifle that looked like it came back from Rhodesia and Vietnam simultaneously. Like, I thought it'd be cool. I was playing. I'm still playing. Like, it's gonna be an aliens blaster. The AR-15 perfection process resulted in the other carbine that I have too, which is, if this is the best like apocalypse rifle in my mind, it doesn't take batteries unless you bolt a light to it. That's one of the things. The other one is set up with a red dot, and I want an IR laser, and it has a light as well. This has lights that can be attached to it, but I don't keep one on it typically. I was trying a little lightweight mag light thing that you could turn off all the time, and I like it or whatever, but I didn't like it as much as not having a light. So we're back to not having a light. But that gun is, like I said, for a very specific purpose. It's like having a set of katanas. They go from biggest to smallest, right? The biggest one is the battlefield katana. It's only pulled out like for actual war fighting. That's like this. This would be like World War III shooting at Chinese paratroopers and shit. You know, until we inevitably get fucking shot, probably. I'd rather go down swinging, though. Who wouldn't? Blazer bought the 2 best of the experiment guns that I built. The gray one I was talking about with the LWRC Ultra Compact, which I knew I would like because of the LWRC rifle, because it was just a compact version of that stock, and I was in love with that stock. But after that gun, I did the Cav Arms lower. I scored a Cav Arms Gen 2 for $75 at a gun show. I put it on a upper from Spikes. I did a barrel from, who was that? Yeah, it was the one in range, dude. Faxon. It was a Faxon barrel, and then the rails on both of those guns were Troy Industries carbon fiber quad rails. Sorry, not quad rails, M-LOK free float tubes. And they, yeah, they both had Knights Armament sights on them, if I remember correctly. Or maybe they had the same set because I kept a lot of stuff. Now he has a lot of stuff, so I don't know. Maybe they both did. When I sold him shit, usually they were without accessories, and then as he got money, he bought the accessories. I just held on to him for him. And it was like it was a good layaway plan for him, and it gave me a little extra money. So I like that people like my art, and he's one that definitely does. And the one he kept is the 14.5, which is 14.5 pin and weld with a Surefire flash hider on it. It's pretty dope. It was the gangsta setup. I built it as like, let's see how small we can get it, and then the next experiment was let's see how light we can get it. And I was like, well, I really like the lower, and then KE Arms did their new lower. And that's like, I don't know if you can tell or not, but I very much like it. It's my favorite gun, and the other one will be one of my favorite guns after the paint job, which means I'm going to have to figure out a plan to upgrade the upper on that probably before the paint job, or maybe just say fuck it, paint that, live with like the cheapo. I don't know, the rail is not that bad. The upper kind of sucks because it's a billet upper, but I could get a spikes or a arrow or something and swap that out easy enough. But if I'm swapping that out, why not get a different rail too? And at the point that I'm doing that, that barrel is not an expensive barrel. I don't know. Should I get some high end parts for my bullshit budget upper? Or should I get a Palmetto State after I sell that thing? Um, it would be cool to do it with the Magpul shit too, because then it would look more like I would want the gun to look. Would be dope. Yeah, I almost have to do that. How much is that upper? Palmetto State Armory. Um, their website is so complicated. I'm not going to be able to talk too much about what I see on here, but you can go and look along with you for yourself or whatever. Shit, that's a good deal. I don't really need to tell you anything else. Um, Now let's go look at the thing we wanted to look at. Uh, I can get one of their flat top uppers for $329. I don't know. Let's look and see what their classic ones are. What happened to the ability to like sort this shit? Looks like they changed their website again. Ooh. Ooh. You there's a new I can't say what it is. Yeah, that would be nice. Can't find exactly what I'm looking for. Complete and everything. Well, shit. Like, shit. Okay, I can't talk about any of that, and it pisses me off. Like, it makes sucky radio, and I'm sorry for that, but I think I am going to do that. I'm going to keep my bolt carrier because there's a lot of that. Um, I'll just dump that upper without a bolt carrier someplace. Yeah, I'd need to keep all that shit. Fuck, I need a sling mount. Like, that's gonna be a project. I've thought about that several times. What I just saw, I'll figure out where to get the money. That's bitching. I love Palmetto State Armory. The upper that I want is the PSA Freedom AR-15 upper. It's the 16-inch mid-length uh, A2 handguards, but they are upgraded to the Magpul Mo, and it has the Magpul Mo rear sight with no bolt carrier group. That's what I'm looking at right now. That's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to pop the bolt carrier I have in there, and we'll see how that goes. Like, that's some pretty budget shit. And my thoughts are basically I'm not that concerned. At least not about an AR-15. It would depend, especially about that. That's not a part Bear Creek made. Let's just put it that way. I'd bet you a lot of money, unless Bear Creek is one of the subcontractors that makes bolt carrier groups. I don't know. Uh, anyway, that other rifle that I did had a Mandalorian skull on one side and 26 on the other. I'm going to do that again on that black KE arms lower, and then I'm going to gray tiger stripe the rest of it. I need to get on that. That's gonna be so fucking dope. I could just keep it like it is. It's kind of a cooler rifle, like it is, according to most people. Wonder how much the Bear Creek is now. I wish I could tell you guys prices. It's really annoying. filters, caliber, 5, 6, filters, Jesus. What upper is that? This length. Yeah, I'll cut it in half. Yeah, I'm not gonna get good money out of that Bear Creek. Not if they're this cheap. And it is technically more than the other, but I think these are complete. Let's see. Let's see if you have to add a bulk carrier. Includes. And this is complete, so yeah. That is a right side charger. That might be cheaper. No. Seems like they're all about the same price. Dual charger. I bought a Bear Creek just because my girlfriend wanted a fucking cheap flat top, and when we split, the guns were mine and she needed money, so did that. And I think eventually I'm going to buy her something as a gift. I feel bad that she had to do that, and I feel bad that she left, but like it was her, so it's one of those. I hope she goes on to great things and is a happy person. And part of the thing that concerns me about giving her a gun is the happy person part. Like, I don't pot kettle or whatever, right? But really, like, if I was gonna kill myself, I would have done it a long time ago. Like, that's what people don't get. You know, um, I'm having fun. And let's talk about a depressing topic. What comedian doesn't talk about suicide, though? One of my favorite jokes ever was, uh, what's his name? Robin Williams and Bobcat Goldthwait talking about suicide. I think it was Bobcat talking about them talking about suicide after his suicide, which is just like, man, that's dark. But it was funny, and it made me laugh. I know I was at a very horrible, like, dark point in my life. Robin Williams' death really upset me. Like, I know it's weird to like get upset over an actor or whatever, but he did so many movies I love. Anyway, that rifle. There's a part of me that wants to just go buy a can of gray spray paint and paint that one. Like, we'll figure it out. Paint it like that, and then cut the dust cover off, pitch that shit away. Buy a Magpul one and paint it to match, and like I want it to look like it had a life and shit. And it's not that it didn't; it's that I treat them rough. It's just if I have the opportunity to do an upgraded part like that anyway and work that into the story of it, I'll hand paint the replacement and spray paint everything else on the gun. So, like, if you know, you know. That's kind of cool. I'd really like to go to Wanamaker every year and just have a table full of these and just sell the fuck out. I'm pretty sure that that's illegal. Like, it's illegal at least to be painting them and doing, like, without a business or something like that. That sounds illegal. And that's the shit that, like, that shouldn't be illegal. Like, that's art, motherfucker. Yes, it happens to be an M16, AR-15, whatever. I consider them the same rifle. Fuck you. And that's one of those, like, vestigial leftovers of the 90s. You can't call that an M16. It's not fully automatic. Fuckers. I call this one an M16 because it looks a little bit like an M16 with its fixed stock and A2 handguards and triangle front sight. The other one, I don't call an M16 because it doesn't have all this shit. It does have a fixed stock, which is cool. It has one of these KE Arms lowers too. KE Arms perfected that design. I'm pissed that they put a magwell on it, but like, it doesn't hurt anything and it was free. I just don't care for the look. And that's the thing I think they don't understand is there are legitimately people that do things for looks. And that's really, I think a lot of that in-range crowd is like, they are, function over form. And I'm like, if they are like the dwarves in the Lord of the Rings when it comes to guns, I'm like the elves. At least that's how I see it. Like, they make some cool stuff, and it's kind of all the same, and there's a bunch of it and whatever. I make one thing, and it's cool. It just is. Like, is this cool for everybody? No, but like to anyone who's a fan of the Loki TV show, I watched the Loki TV show and made this rifle. I put it to you that if Loki was an AR-15, this would be him, and I take care of him and feed him 5.56. I think it's funny. Makes me laugh. I don't really give a fuck about you. That's kind of the message of this whole channel is like, fuck you. See, their normal response to that is blow me, and then I get to say, you wish. It's true, though. I hate the way my cheeks look chubby in that angle. Like, really bugs me. This is like the constant fidgeting that I try not to do. But like when my camera's on, I'm probably always going to do. And especially like if I'm holding this, like that's a fidget and a half. That just makes it get higher and higher. And I'm sure, like, again, there's a part of the audience that's like, that's why we're here. Cool. Fuck you. I don't know. I think I might just leave that up or alone. Like, do the Magpul dust cover, like I said. IR laser, but the one I want is the Holosun, and it's like $800. But it's pretty bitchin' for $800. It does a lot of stuff that a much higher dollar laser does. And that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't be able to put a laser on the handguard one. I kind of can on that. And I already have one rifle I can't put a laser on. So really, I should keep that up. And I want to paint the rifle. I already ordered the Mandalorian skull emblem stickers. That's what I use to do the logo on shit. It's like, there we go. This, I'm going to put one on either side. So on that black AR-15, I don't know if you saw an earlier video or not. I'm not going to go get it. I'm going to put one on the left side and kind of make a ghost kind of image of it. It's going to be cool. I'm really fucking high. I should probably stop hitting that pin. I'm high enough that I'm probably going to cut this off here in a minute and watch something. But after I do the Mandalorian skull and the rack number, I'm going to do a rack number on it too. I don't know what number yet. Probably 26. That's, that's kind of my number. Ow. I'm going to tiger stripe the whole thing. Like, I'm going to cover those pieces that I paint with masking tape, probably, or just start the tiger stripes after them, something like that. I'm going to gray tiger stripe it. It's like, as a night vision gun, gray and black tiger stripe using Krylon Color Mag. Sorry, can't talk. That's going to be a meme. The Krylon Color Max Matte Deep Gray works really well on weapons for blocking out shit on night vision. Like, I don't know what it is, but like every weapon I've ever put it on, it's something between the type of paint it is and the color it is. It really helps. That's the paint that's on those rifles that Blazer has. I should really probably do a full coat of that shit. That's what I did before on both of those, was a full coat and then weathered it. I could put the decals on, do a full coat of gray, and then tape off the whole thing for tiger stripes and do black, and then pull the decals. That would look pretty sharp, I would think. You would even have contrast from the black to the black paint. I don't know. What I did before was paint the whole thing black. Paint the whole thing gray. And then I dusted it kind of with some shitty black paint and put the sticker on for the skull and put a sticker on for, what's that called? The crest of Jaster Muriel. It's on Boba Fett's armor. I put it on the other side. I hit that with the black paint, and I kind of did a couple bursts on the Mythosaur skull, and then I put 26 on the other side and kind of did a couple bursts of it. Now what I'm thinking is I'll get one of those Jaster Muriel things. That's a good detail to remember. I'll do that right now while I'm thinking about it. Otherwise, I won't do it. Have the whole house open so we have all of the bugs. The air conditioner's out. So I don't know how hot it is where you are, but like it's not that bad here. It's like 90, 95. So for those of you that are like, how are you going to handle shit hits the fan? I don't know. How are you going to handle it? You're the one sitting in air conditioning. Motherfucker. I'm all proud of myself. Oh, what was that I was looking up? Oh, yes. Let's do Boba Fett crest. Fett crest. Decal. Small. Let's see how small we can get it. Let's see. Oh, Jesus. Small is 4x4. Fuck that. And this is probably more like it. Size. What the flying? Oh, there we go. 2-inch I could almost live with. What I had before was a 1-inch. All the ones I've seen are like 7 to like 19 inches. I'm like, who needs a Boba Fett vinyl decal that's 19 inches in diameter? Oh, car people, probably. It's probably true. God damn, my nose is all itchy. I'm sorry, I'm high and I don't care anymore, apparently. Really, the auto detailing world has done us so many favors. Also, like the people that like put little vinyl decals on windows. Because like for painting a rifle like this, if you want to do something like this, it's so easy to get vinyl decals and spray them on with spray paint. And this is like the stuff that I'd like to teach you to do, so you do it on your shit. Because like, why would you want to own something that's not personalized to you? And like, look at my rifles in close-up pictures. The paint wears in such a cool way. It looks like Boba Fett meets Vietnam or some shit. It's a cool look. Why wouldn't you want your shit to look like that? Just spray paint it. You know, I used to be friends with a guy named Clayton Ogre. I don't know if he still follows me or not. I haven't talked to him in a while. Uh, every time I did anything, he was like, "Why are you sanding it? Just paint it and let it wear." And I was sanding it to do layers because I'm fancy, I guess. I don't know. I want my shit to hold up longer. And like I had legitimately sprayed on way too much paint and I needed to take some off. I was learning. I'm a much better painter now. My canvas is AR-15s. I should paint something like a set of handguards. I'm gonna paint a set of AK handguards and send it to Blair. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna buy a vinyl decal first before I fucking forget about it. Man, I'm high. Okay, what size are you? 4x4. So many people said I'm just gonna get a 2-inch one. I remember last time it was a bitch to find a 1-inch decal. Let's try 1-inch. No exact matches. That figures. You know, you get to see me shop for Boba Fett decals high. But you know, there's probably somebody who's into that. I guarantee you, if I had my tits out and was sitting higher up and was just vaping and shopping on eBay, there's someone who would watch that. I know that because I have found out that men are gaga for boobs, apparently. Apparently, I wasn't a normal guy, but like, obviously. Now I can't find. There it is. Yeah, let's see that. Let's get 2-inch ones. Let's get orange. I'm gonna buy 3 of them. Actually, 4 gets even cheaper. I like a deal, and like this is a symbol that I like. I bought 6 of the Mandalorian skull because I knew I was gonna go through a bunch, and I want to put one on my van. I got orange, so I'm gonna get orange for this too, and get a few extras of it because I want to have an extra of each to give to my uncle too. I don't know which one would like it better. I'm gonna offer it to one first, maybe, and then offer it to the other. Ooh, I know what I'm gonna do with them. My uncle's having a birthday, and his truck is black, so we'll do that. So I'll need one for my car. I'll need one for that gun. I need one for him. Could we use a extra? It knocks 10 cents off a piece, so yes. That's how I am with a lot of shit. If I go through the trouble to order one of something, I probably ordered 10 or 20 of it and found the best deal on it when I did it. And that's like, people are like, why aren't you worried about the end of the world? That. I cleaned out my knife shop because I thought I was going to be not making knives anymore. And I think I'm probably always going to be making knives. So I think now I'm going to adapt my equipment to making knives out of the back of a van for a while, maybe. So I'm going to want tools even on the van. And I think that will be a cool project. But anyway, he's really into OSU and has an OSU thing on his black truck. And I'm getting orange stickers because I like orange and I think it'll look cool on my car. I think it'll look cool on his too. I like orange. Orange, green, and black are pretty much my favorite colors. And then like these like yellowy greens. I don't know how well this shows up, but this really isn't yellow. This is avocado, and this is like a chartreuse. So like it's yellowy green, but this is a green rifle. I kind of like that. And I think the amount of yellowy gold in the green in this suits Loki. It's as camouflage as Loki is going to ever be. If that makes any sense. Anyone who likes Loki knows exactly what I'm talking about. This is subdued. This is jungle sniper Loki. That's really what this is. This is my idea of a zombie apocalypse, like SPR kind of thing. Because like in reality, you're probably not gonna be shooting all that far, and like I want that like mid-range ability, where the AR-15 shines best anyway. What else should we paint on that gun? I think I'm gonna make this a scheduled live chat so that I can watch it with you guys. With the pauses, looking at prices, that's exactly what we should do. Ooh, Jesus. I like my triggers. I like my muzzle devices. I like my lights. Vertical grips, everything. All that's good to go. Well, the sights are pretty legit. They're kind of SMG style sights, but like They were a gift from the Lord Hack Furnace himself. That's the other reason to keep that upper, is because it is the one that I have those sights on. However, those sights are Chris sights, and I could probably sell those to someone for collector money by now. And I'd hate to do that with a gift, but at the same time, I'd rather have the exact thing I want. But then again, like I said, for night vision, that is the exact thing I want. And they're backup sights anyway, so I'm not going to bother replacing them. And they're really good ones. Like he said when he gave them to me, like he wouldn't run them because he has Magpul Pros, and I see why. I have a Magpul Pro on my other gun. He's right. But short of Magpul Pros, I would not replace those. They're pretty bitchin' sights. Like it's a nearly perfect AR-15, really, for what it is. It's kind of cheap, but that's everything these days with me. Except this. This thing is literally like, like this could be in a rap video. I'm thinking right now about hitting up TFB TV and seeing if he would want to review this when I get done building it. I'll keep my fire control unit and just send him everything else. Have the Cucks Raider on fucking Firearms blog. I think if I do the whole thing and do it well and write Cucks Raider on the side, he's going to do it. It's like you need to know art. You need to appreciate your audience. I'm getting the top charging handle. That's in the mail. It's gonna be dope. I like the Mandalorian Predator and Vietnam vibe my shit has. I'm going for like Space Marines, kind of ish. I don't really know. It's just fun. I'm trying to make a futuristic gun right now. This was, let's bring the 1911 into the 21st century and make a Han Solo blaster. So very similar. This thing, if anyone made anything for this, like, I should hit up Custom Smith Manufacturing and show him the other guns that I've already done and be like, help me. Because I think he would for money. I don't know what he would make. But it would be fucking cool to have something custom for this. I think I'm going to get the wood grips for it, although I do kind of like the black. What say you people? Do you like the black, or should I go with wood grips? If I go with wood grips, I'm going to take a blowtorch and add tiger stripes to them. It's like, this is my gun. That's kind of like, all of these. They're my guns forever now, whether I own them or not. It's my evil plan. I'm going to live forever through, I don't know, my works of art that are in the hands of collectors around Oklahoma and Missouri because of college. Like, there's some shit that I did in college I dumped up there that, like, I'm sorry. You got some of my failures. There's a couple of AKs in particular up there in Missouri that I got really, really good money for because AKs are hard to come by in that neck of the woods, especially back then. And people would pay damn good money for shit like fucked up Century Arms guns that they knew didn't work, that they were like, I'm an AK mechanic, I can make it work. And they were, and they could. So, like, they knew what the hustle was, and, like, those guys who were usually like an FFL or something up there in Missouri would pay damn good money just to get an AK to put it in stock, because They don't care how much they pay for it. They want to have one on the shelf for $5,000 for when the guy who comes in with too much money all the time, wanting to spend it, looks for the new toy. Like, I have real Kalashnikov. It's from Romania. You know? Which, by the way, if you can do the Transylvania next to welcome to Romania voice, like, talk about the rifles. I like the AK-47s from Romania because they have the black dong on them. Well, most of them just have the regular dong, but I dyed one black. I made the big black dong grip. You can look up pictures of that on Instagram. It was on an Arsenal. I put it on a fucking Arsenal SLR 107. No shit. There were a whole bunch of people that were going, no. The black dong grip got put on a Romanian paratrooper that I spray painted green and put a little, who made that? Khyber Pass Customs, I think it is, made a muzzle device that was like a 3-prong break but long. I bought it and cut it off and made it kind of short and paratrooper looking and cool. That's on that gun somewhere around Tulsa. I like my project guns. It's one of those, like, I don't do it for the money. I do it because I like to paint things. I really wish that they would make some sort of, like, artist FFL where, like, I don't know, there was some sort of way I could do this. Like, they really should have that. Although, I'm guessing, just guessing, that if they saw my art, they would not give me an FFL. And that, in a nutshell, is what's wrong with the world, is like, in order to get into some of these governmental organizations, at the very least, you have to pretend to be like you're from the 1950s. Maybe that's what's wrong. I'm living in the 21st century, and you know, younger me wouldn't have been surprised by any of this, except this thing. This is cool, and the fact that Sig won in the end. Not going to say that I like that, but I do. Really do. Like, I really liked it as a Sig. The best part about spray paint is that it just keeps getting cooler. And I'm fucking high. Ooh. Like, I mean, we called this Moon Unit Alpha. Like, it's a good name for it. Fuck. This isn't even supposed to be that good of shit. This is just Northern Lights. Northern Lights actually did used to get me fucked up, though. It was only like 80% THC, so maybe strain matters more than THC percentage. I haven't had an indica in a while, too. That's part of it. Jesus. I really like the idea of this as an experiment. Because I think these are not that far off in weight, really. These are about equal. This thing with one mag and this in the rig. The only issue with that is this takes two. But like younger me bought a Glock 17 Gen 2 and 33 round mags. Younger me was right. He really was. Like, a pistol, or in reality, I'm calling it a bag gun. Something like a Flux Raider or the B&T TP9 or a few other things. Some sort of PDW and a pistol caliber that can fit into a handbag, but yet come out and be this. Doesn't even need a stock, but if it had a folding stock, that'd be great. Braces, if they're legal, that's a whole thing. But like, I'm just assuming now that that's not going to be a thing. That's not why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because I don't like that brace anyway, and I don't want to SBR it. And I like the rest of this. And really, what I like to do with this is shoot it like this. And I can shoot this like this. This is not that heavy of a gun. Pew, 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 pew. Especially take this out of it. And like, when that's in there, you can shoot it like this, and that's pretty easy. You know? I like this thing. But I like it as a handgun. Like, this safety needed to be done way, way, way fucking better. And it needed to be a full auto selector switch with the NFA gone with the stock. That's what I want. This is what I have settled for. Welcome to everything, really. You're like, but you have a stock. Now, I have that brace thing, and the length of pull's way too fucking short, really. And like, when I shoot it at the range, it's kind of here, and it's bouncing fucking around anyway. So why not just fucking shoot it like that anyway? Like, you can do that with no brace. Like, just make sure you got your hand behind it, and make sure you're like, pushing out with that one, and go for it. This thing does not recoil that much. And that's like somewhere between the cheek pistol concept and I don't know. I also dig, Halo Blaster, Judge Dredd gun. I am the law. I love the original Judge Dredd with Stallone. Should totally watch that. I don't know if I have that. I know I have Dredd with Carl Urban, which is perfect. I might watch that instead. I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go watch something. I'm fucking high as shit. I'm so high. I should really. Should probably not go to sleep. I'm gonna hit end before I fucking actually fall asleep. I'll see you guys some other time. Do you like the camera on? Do you need the camera on? Tell me your thoughts. I don't know what to do with my hands.